Hey adventurers, welcome to Dragon's Dogma 2. I welcome you in this video for my Sorcerer build, so get ready! Sorcerer is one of the vocations like warrior that you need to unlock, not instantly but after you do some quests. So how to unlock Sorcerer? It's pretty easy. Basically when you're going on your playthrough and you will be in the town of Vernwort, you will do quests over here, main quest line, basically don't need anything special, and after you get this main quest line, you will be prompted to go to the top left, right over here, to Trevor Mine. And when you arrive at Trevor Mine, just do quest over there, and you will enter from this place, go to the right, and in this room, you will normally go to the right side and it will be top floor, but instead you want to go to the forward, go into this room, go downward, and at the bottom of this cave or whatever it is, basically dungeon, there will be a little room over here. It will look like this. Yeah, pretty weird looking room in my opinion, but basically chest over here, right over here. You know, you just open the chest. You will get a big stuff, and yeah, you need to talk with this guild member before you're doing it to get this quest, or you can get stuff anyway. Go to this guild member, say hello, and give the stuff to him. Then you will be able to unlock Miss Sorcerer. So before we jump into the gameplay, let me show you full build from this bro. As Sorcerer, you get some core skills, and core skills is kinda your passive skills. Basically, you can do them as much as you wish, and make sure to level them up as soon as you get them. So, Bursting Bolt stirs up magic before unleashing it in powerful bursts that explode sometimes after connecting with a target, and effects differs based on active enchantment. That's why it's super cool to have some enchantments as Sorcerer, so you will do different like powerful magic. Basically that's charged attack, nothing more. Then we got Quick Spell, greatly hastens incantation speed, consumes stamina while active. So while you incantating spell, you can hold RB or R1 on PlayStation, so this will increase speed that you cast in your spells, and that's why Sorcerer is really powerful mage user, just destroyer with magic. And also we can unlock Levitate, just press jumping button in the air and you can levitate and cast spells from the air. Full build comes from Augments of course, but let's talk about weapon skills first. So what skills we using? Basically Sorcerer got access to all different types of magic, some basic magics with fire, thunder, lightning, cold damage and other stuff. Some advanced fire, lightning, cold spells. Also there's the vampiric spell and some light spell, or just like different spell I will explain soon because it's super cool. And my build focuses on really cool control combinations that will destroy a lot of foes. But my first spell is actually Augural Flare, and basically that's advanced form. All my spells right now is advanced form of different spells, and advanced form will be unlocked when you level up your vocation a bit. So first form will be Persistent Flare, but right now it's Augural Flare, basically flare. So what does it do? You cast your spell, you inflicting condition to your enemy, and then you need to attack your enemy, and this will burst and do additional damage. So that's super important and basic spell, and very useful against solo targets. So if you see targets that need to be killed soon, but he got a really high health pool, then use it. That's our like super basic spell to do some damage to single target. Then next spell is super important for this build because while Sorcerer can cast really fast, it still takes some time. So we need to actually like skip a little bit of time and do our combinations faster, even faster than we possibly can. That's why high spell hold is really cool. And that's advanced form of normal spell hold. Basically, when you're casting your spell, you can keep it casted. So you keep it ready and you can unleash it. But with a spell hold, you can hold casted spell or like pronounced spell already in your spell hold slot. And this means you can unleash it whenever you like. That's insanely cool and powerful ability. I will show how to use it like in a second when we go to gameplay section of this guide, of this build guide. Yeah. But now let's go to our combination. So that's my basic combination for Sorcerer. I really enjoy playing it with it. And it uses high seism. It's systematic ability casting too long, as you can see, but it's super powerful. I don't know, Eclipse, Earthquake or something like this. You will see very soon in action. But basically that's kind of stone magic. It makes all enemy fall prone. They just destroyed with a lot of stones. And then we got High Hegel, that's our cold spell. While they will be fallen from your ground spell, you can do this blizzard, and this blizzard will make them even more slower, destroy them even more. That's super crazy and powerful sorcerer version of my skill combination. And now let's go to our core skills, of course, our augments, I mean. So augments, that's what makes builds real builds actually, because you can combine a lot of augments, but instantly when you play in Sorcerer, you will get these augments. When you leveling him up, you will get Asperity, that increasing likelihood of inflicting debilitation with your attacks. And that's kind of tricky stuff, because as Sorcerer we don't have augmentations of our attacks. So this augment is really nice, but it's useful only if you're getting some guys that can inflict condition to your weapon. So you need mage in your party anyway. But I guess you anyway will have mage in your party. Also there's stasis, reducing the rate at which items deteriorate. That's kind of utility stuff, useful in early game, but when you need powerful character, you just get rid of this augment. Constancy augments your knockdown resistance. Again, pretty nice, but I like it more for melee characters than for range characters. Also, there is Catalysis, increasing damage dealt when exploiting a hostile target's elemental weakness. And that's nice stuff, because you're doing different elemental damages. It's very good augment if you got different elemental spells, more spells than in my build most of the time, but also against targets with a weakness to cold damage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good one. But also it's kind of scales. If you got mage who can do different augments to your weapons, and this will stack with our first skill, Augural Flare. So with Augural Flare and your weapon enchanted, you will do this like fire damage, a lot of fire damage, for example, and this will trigger. And Sagacity augments your magic. Again, super powerful stuff, basically just increasing your damage. And that's all augments from our Sorcerer, but we don't need a lot of them. So let's see my full build. Of course, first slot is Sagacity, augments your magic. You definitely want to have it to do more damage, and Sorcerer is damage dealer. Again, no-brainer pick over here. But then we want to have Endurance from Archer. So increasing your maximum stamina is really important stuff to just cast spells, because there is no magic over here in this game, but there's stamina, and stamina drains pretty quickly when you're casting your spells. Having more stamina means you can possibly cast spell when you can't do it otherwise. And that's why I got next slot, Exaltation, augments your stamina recovery speed. Again, you just run away a little bit, recover stamina, and continue casting. So Exaltation is mage augment, and yeah, you can basically go play a little bit of mage and then get these augments and uses augments on your other vacations. Then we get Intrepidity, reducing accumulation of loss gauge when receiving damage. So you don't have a lot of protection, you probably will run a lot, and why not to have some sort of protection for your maximum health gauge? And that's really nice stuff. And also another warrior stuff is Vitality, increasing your maximum health. Again, we will be a little bit less squishy with this combination. And also there's Catalyst, again, as I told you, increasing damage dealt when exploiting hostile targets' elemental weaknesses. So that's kind of full build. Most important is first 3 slots, of course. Then this combination of health can be changed. If you don't want to level warrior a lot, you can have something like Metal from Fighter. It's like one of the first augments, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, it gives you more physical damage. And kind of same augment from Mage, Apotropism gives you more magic defense, so that's nice combination too. Also, you can have more power, and to have more power you need to go to Mystic Spearhead Augments and get polarity, but you will have this power only at night, so that's why that augment is not on my build. But that's for most powerful character in my opinion. Also you can have like Mystic Spearhead Augments that gives you more coins, so like more rift fragments, so basically you can have some utility stuff. As for equipment, again, it's super easy. Gearing up in this game is super easy. You're just looking for two-handed archi stuffs, these powerful weapons basically that got strength and magic stats, but you're looking only on magic. You just look when magic is higher, you will do more damage. As for armor, again, it doesn't matter, just look what armor got better stats and pick those. And make sure to level them up a little bit, because it reducing weight carried, so you won't be supply blocked, if we can say so. So let's go out of the town and I will show you this awesome Sorcerer Destroyer in action. So, coolest part about Sorcerer, basically when you're attacking, you're not using any stamina, so you can do it as much as you wish. You can charge this attack, do this powerful magic attack, again using no stamina at all. But when you start to cast your spells, we got High Hegel, High Schism, and Ogle Flare. So Ogle Flare, you basically hold to your button, you can walk, but it will make casting slower, and then cast it on enemy. Enemy will be inflicted with condition, and you will start to just shoot him down like this. But what we can do, we can not unleash the ability, basically we can go and keep it like cast it, so don't unleash it, and when it's almost ready you can use high spell hold and it will be stored in your stuff basically. As you can see, it's like glowing and we can use it whenever we like in a second basically, like this. So that's the coolest part about this build. And when we're casting anything, don't forget, like when you're starting to cast, you can do a quick spell, but it will drain lots of stamina. And then you just do this beautiful magic. Insane stuff. And last but not least, High Hegel. And it's casting really slowly, as you can see. Insane, like insane. It's looking super cool. And while using a lot of stamina, there's Galvanize, and basically it's triangle or Y button. You just stand still and you will restore a lot of stamina. So that's how you play Sorcerer. And just in case, you can really like hover over the ground, you can fly a little bit, just to jump and jump one more time and you will fly. So that's really useful stuff in case you need to go to different places. So pretty fun stuff. But now let's go to the full combination, guys. So full combination. Outside of the fight, you want to start casting High Hegel. You don't need to do it quickly, just cast it. And when it's casted, you're using High Spell Hold. So High Spell Hold will make it a lot faster when you cast the spell next time. Now you can just hover over the ground a little bit, be in the best position. As Sorcerer, you want to be protected. That's why like hovering over the ground and jumping on the roofs like Assassin is really best idea. Don't fall on the ground. That's not a good way to play Sorcerer. And cool part, you can hold the spell basically forever if I'm not mistaken, but I never got rid of the spell normally. I mean without casting spell actually. And now I found my enemies. And yeah, when no one can divine way to reach chests like this, that's where this hovering ability comes. And it's pretty easy if you do it correctly, or you will die if you do it not correctly. And let's get back to enemies. So we're just trying to cast the spell as fast as possible, unleashing this spell, and they kinda drop into the ground, and that's when we're using High Hegel at the same time. So when they drop into the ground, we unleashing our combination. This combination is basically deadly. It's insanely deadly. Now we can replenish our charisma, stamina, and go farm next enemies. And also, if you know that enemies is in front of you, you can cast like spell faster, keep it, and then unleash spell only when you see the enemies. So I see enemies right now. I can unleash this stuff. As you can see, enemies like flying, and now let's just unleash this blizzard over here and run away. But as you can see, it uses a lot of stamina. We need to galvanize a little bit, and they slowed, so we're pretty fine right now. When they slowed like this, we can do augural flare. So let me show you this spell in action. Flare on single target. There should be single target somewhere in front of us over here in this cave, I guess. Yeah, so here is the target, and we're throwing this stuff at him, and then just starting to attack. He will blow up in a second, and the damage is pretty good. As you can see, like, this bank is insanely cool. And also you can do this combination vice versa, so instead of using this season burst, you can store it in your stuff, and then you can use high haggle, hold button, use this blizzard, and then after blizzard, when enemies is slowed, just go and pull them to their skies. And this creates high explosion and blizzard at the same time. Enemies will be destroyed easily. So I hope you enjoyed this awesome sorcerer build, and you will have blast playing it in Dragon's Dogma 2. Make sure to subscribe and watch other vacation build guides on the screen right now, and see you in the next videos, guys.